Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, and here's the news while we are away. First, I wanted to go over, because I sensed there was a lot of confusion about exactly what is happening with the government shutdown / reopening. So here is what is happening and kind of the timeline that we're looking at really quickly. On Sunday, we had a 60-40 vote to vote on the bill. So the Senate will be resuming deliberations on this deal, but it has not been scheduled for a final vote yet. Thune said he hopes for a vote in a few hours and not a few days, so that leaves a big question there. And then because the bill was changed, it now has to go back to the House to ratify as well. Now, the House is out on recess right now, so Mike Johnson said that he would give, as soon as the Senate passes the bill, he'll give House lawmakers 36 hours to return to the Capitol to vote on the bill. And then when all that happens, if it does pass the House as well, then it goes to Trump's desk. So given all of this timeline, do not expect anything to happen this week. It's with what's going on and how long it's going to take everybody to get back to Congress as well. We probably, I would say, early next week is the soonest it's going to happen. And so that's sort of the timeline we're working with. We had a 3-year auction today. It went very well. Bid to cover was exceptionally strong, and 2.85 directs were the major drivers, with their takedown of 27.3%. And then we had dealers at 9.7%. There is no auction tomorrow because it's Veterans Day holiday. We will have the 10-year on Wednesday, the 20-year on Thursday. Now, the longer duration is where we've been seeing weaker auctions, so we'll see how those go, and they'll give kind of a better guide of its investor demand. So we'll look at that. Now, we talk a lot about the dollar. The dollar's latest rally looks more like a byproduct of fading momentum elsewhere rather than kind of a new vote of confidence in the greenback itself. We kind of have malaise across the broader FX basket, and particularly with the yen that's under pressure, with Takahashi now in power and policy continuity expected. Sterling is also on eggshells ahead of a potentially bruising budget later this month. What I talked about before, we had the dollar index. I was talking about right over 100. It would hit the 200-day moving average, which it did, and was rejected right from that. And so we keep seeing that rejection in that $100 range and back down. So we, until I think we move over that 200-day, we will see kind of more weakness in the dollar, and the options market now leans towards kind of renewed weakness since we did see that pullback today. Obviously, weaker dollar is supportive of higher metals prices, so that is also helping gold, silver, platinum, palladium today as well. Next, we have Feds Moran, our local dove. He says he is in favor of a 0.5 point, 50 basis point cut in December. He said better than expected inflation data and signs of continued weakness in the job market call for a third consecutive interest rate cut in December of 50 basis points. And so not very surprising. We did see markets move a little bit on his comments, but he is, again, a dove. And then last but not least, we have OJ limit up again. Remember, it went limit up on Friday. So we have the Florida orange crop projected to be the smallest in 95 years due to damage from Hurricane Milton and the devastating impact of greening disease, which has been an ongoing problem for the last 5 years or so, resulting in a 35% decline from the previous years. We also have a cold front in Florida right now, where temperatures have reached mid-30s across central Florida. That is creating further stress on these trees. And we have similar problems affecting Brazil, the world's largest orange juice exporter, which is also experiencing its smallest crop in 1988 due to prolonged drought and widespread citrus disease. So if you like orange juice, going to be higher prices. You might want to switch cocktails. And those were the headlines while we were away. I will pass it off to Jim for an Edge report.
Thank you, Tracy. Sad to hear about the orange juice, but I do use lime in my martinis, so I am in good shape. Let's take a look at the dollar index, though, now that Tracy mentioned it. And this is a daily candle chart. I'm using the web-based trading platform to show this off. And this is, we broke out of this consolidation range. We had this double top we broke through from all the way back at the beginning of August, and now we're settling back into it. We're kind of, we had a nice turnaround doji here on the 5th, and we had 3 decent red candles. Right now we have an inside bar brewing right now, so a little bit of a pause right at the top of that consolidation range. So we'll keep an eye on the dollar index. If this continues, we'll end up back in the middle of the consolidation range. That's the dollar index futures. Even the S&P, this is a daily candle. This is a great chart. There's a lot of stuff to talk about here. We literally drove back up. Today we're up pretty big green candle here, and I have my 68.43 half kind of level here, kind of matching up where the start of that old gap was. Remember that gap on the 24th to the 27th? That's the bottom of that. That was kind of resistance for me for a long time, and we're right in the middle of it. I'd like to see eventually tomorrow, the next day, a candle close above there for me to be really jacked up about this rally. To get to our all-time highs sooner than later. But right now, it's a nice move of foot. The retracement has pretty much been erased as measured from the lows here that we saw in the China trade mega red candle. And we're at 23.6 right now on the fib. This hammer, we talked about it this morning. It was almost a classic hammer candle formation, right? Bottom of a trend. You have a huge buyer's wick at the bottom, small body candle at the top. That is an indication of a reversal, and we're seeing that at least for one day. We'll see if that continues. Intraday, let's go ahead and just pick up a 30-minute candle chart. We had a rare double break today, right? This is the white line here. That's the initial balance low and the initial balance high. Only 11.6% of the time this calendar year on a Monday have we had a double break. In other words, a 30-minute candle closed below the lows and closed above the highs. So a relatively rare event. But again, it's in bull mode right now. We just picked off that R2. Not a lot of targets on the upside. The official point of control right here is at 68.31. This volume profile is really wonky here. There's high volume nodes all over the place. There's low volume nodes all over the place. It's not very smooth, Gaussian, bell-shaped. But the point of control is the point of control. So I'm going to keep that in the back of my head later on today. 68.31. Let's shoot over to the 30-year Treasury bonds. Tracy talked about the long end of the yield curve, maybe not participating so well in some of these auctions. Let's just start with the daily candle, though. I'll go back to the daily. Trend channel is still intact. Trend channel is still down. We have a little bit of a fight back up today on today's daily candle up to the top of the trend channel, right at 117 handle, 117.01. And if you kind of put your mouse right there at 117.01, we've seen that day after day after day after day, that price point right there. So we're kind of, I don't know, stuck in the mud somewhere in the swamps of Jersey right there. Yields, I guess, again, are higher. Remember, bond prices down, yields up. So we'll see. The moving averages are all converging. They're all getting tighter, even though they're kind of sloping down, at least the faster ones. So that's something a little bit of concern as well. You could use your imagination and see descending triangles here, but I'm really seeing kind of some sideways consolidation. That 117.17 level where my crosshairs is, that's where I should put a rectangle. As a matter of fact, I could just do it really fast. And throw it up there. Right, that is an area of resistance right there. Look at all these candles where sellers came in, sellers, didn't make it. So we're kind of right in the middle of that range right now for the 30-year U.S. Treasury bonds. Intraday, there's not a lot to do anymore, I don't think, for the rest of the day. Weird distribution. Point of control, we're just north of the point of control by a couple ticks. Point of control is at 116, 30 seconds. We did have a peak point of control earlier today, down at 1620. But remember when we opened up and the bond market opens up earlier, then buyers just came back in and kind of shifted the paradigm of this market up. I don't know, almost like 10 to 12 ticks higher. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I don't expect much change as well. Let's go to the Bitcoin really quickly. If I could find my Bitcoin, where is my Bitcoin at? Here it is. This is the November Bitcoin member monthly contract. And let me get my daily chart up. Really quickly here, again, we're bumping up against this old support level. Remember, Jack Bros taught me this. Support becomes resistance. We're right there, couldn't get through it. 106, 700, give or take. We'll see if this is just a temporary pause or maybe just a rest on its resumption back up to the upside. That is this afternoon's Edge Report. It is time to trade the close. We have, back by popular demand, Joey is back with us and Nick for a tick. Man, they were screaming for you guys to come back, and here you are.
Here we are. Nick, been a while, dude.
I know we're back, and the markets are completely back on the other side of today's range. So that's a lot of fun. We got to
Holy.
trade the lows
Yeah.
of the session, and now apparently the highs of the session.
Yeah, right back from essentially where we just, I mean, where we took those longs earlier this morning, all the way back above IB high here. Just market in absolute rip mode after essentially pushing through London low there on NASDAQ. And we just have ripped ever since and not looking backwards. So
Yeah, I mean, I look back to that edge full stat again for the whole calendar year on a Monday, and this is a rare event when you have candles closing below that IB and then later on closing above, or vice
yep.
versa.
Yep.
11.86% of the time it's done that. So yeah, we're living in a unique trading environment today.
Yeah, the double breaks are pretty rare, you know. So it's interesting. I think it's also an interesting day for us to see a double break on the IB. Just given the fact that it's a Monday, tomorrow is a holiday as well. So it's interesting just to see that play out on the day.
In addition to all the drama going on in Capitol Hill and other places, right?
Yeah, that too. It's
Yeah.
been quite the day of PA. So we'll see what the afternoon brings. If we stay above IB high here, or if we do end up coming back down.
Joey, do you have a trade on right now?
No, I'm currently flat. So far the only trade I've taken today was the long that we took this morning, which I'll pull up my chart here. We took the long down at 480, which was when we got back to that London low.
Yeah.
Ended up adding at 91, taking it all out right there at 518. So the way price moved makes my trade look real small, but you know what? We took a good trade there, and so I was happy to get out of VWAP.
Yeah,
Or
a little
above
bit
VWAP,
out of the
actually.
middle, man. That's the key. Nick, how about you, man? You got a trade cooking?
No, not yet. I got stopped out. I think everybody saw me get stopped out on that long near those lows down at the 480s. So kind of just been watching, waiting. I didn't really want to step in front of this. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to take a trade, but
All right.
we also
Well,
I could also find sellers reoffering in this general area, but I'll kind of wait and see.
you are free to share your chart whenever you want, Nick.
Cool.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thanks for coming back. Appreciate all your hard work. Chad, thank you for everything. The thumbs up, the subscriptions, the great participation in the chat, coolest chat on the internet regarding trading, regarding anything. No question about it. We greatly appreciate everybody being part of the NinjaTrader community. It is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Having said all that, Joey and Nick, I'm going to dip into the chat and I'm going to wish you the best of luck should you see a trade pop up this afternoon.
Sounds
Thanks,
good,
Jim.
Jim. Thanks, Jim.
Oh, hey,
All
chat.
right.
Good afternoon. Joey, you get to deal with a lot of the bane of my existence, which is the weird afternoon price action and
Yeah.
being on stream to try to articulate sometimes like 10-point ranges in NQ. Annoying.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
very
that
annoying.
afternoon PA can be a little tricky. Again, it's that volume dries up a lot, you know. And so especially going into tomorrow, you know, we said it time and time again, tomorrow's a holiday. So it's like, are we going to get volatility tomorrow, or big players, are they going to step away? Are things going to get weird between now and through Wednesday, you know? So really just kind of see what the afternoon brings.
My ass is clenched, I'm telling you guys.
Yep, mine too. Can't. God, I miss I miss the boys. I haven't gotten to trade with XY in a couple weeks because he's been gone. So be good to have him back too. Yeah, if you didn't know, Joey, the afternoon we tend to have a little more fun, a little more laid back. Price action's a little different. The chat is a little more unhinged, and yeah, we have some fun. We sometimes this turns into a like true podcast episode where we're talking about God knows what.
I'm down for that. I mean, listen, anytime I'm on stream on my channel, my whole chat roasts me. I mean, the whole entire time. Like it's like I really don't feel like my chat comes to watch me trade. They come to roast me. To relieve whatever stress that they want to relieve because I'm bald. So
Classic.
they yeah. I'm sure some of them will turn up here eventually.
Trump's gonna talk? Really? Again? Seriously?
Before we hopped on stream, they were telling me that I was well lit, and I was trying to get clarification if it was just the bald head or if the lighting was too bright, getting a nice little glare.
I mean, you look good to me, man. Yeah, tomorrow. I forgot it was Veterans Day until everybody has reminded me several times today. So I don't know. What a weird day.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't
Anything
looked.
anything in particular like you're looking for?
No, not really. I was looking for, I mean, I guess like a paper cut trying to get a reoffer in like the 570s to 600 spot, and that never materialized. We kept kind of drifting up. Just was kind of based on, the structure of today, and yeah, just
Nice.
nothing I'm really looking for at this point. We're basically at the bottom of the old island gap up here at 25,700s that we God, it feels insane that was like a little over a week ago now.
Yeah.
But um yeah, we're kind of back to the base of that, whatever you want to call that balance that we were doing up there. So for me, like I said, if I find some sellers reoffering in this general area, I may join along with them, but I haven't found a seller present since the euro close, it
Yeah.
seems.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've been just in straight up rip mode. So well, I'm looking to see if we can get back to if we do get back to the IB high there and show a little bit of weakness, again, just playing off the idea of a failure of the IB level, then I might look to take a short, but I'm not overly confident in that happening, just given the nature of this move and um, potentially just seeing the slow grind higher the rest of the
Yeah,
afternoon.
no, I feel you.
Bald is beautiful. It is. It really is. Chat, I'm just glad I have a good shaped head for it. You know what I mean? It works. Frank, I trade the initial balance quite a bit. I look for those failures on IB levels, whether it's IB high or IB low. Just take that first hour of the trading session and wherever the high and the low is of that time frame, and I look for either weakness at IB high levels, or you can play continuations, kind of whichever you want, whichever looks or feels better for you. Um, I like to play the failures, meaning breaking above IB high and coming back within, showing weakness, and then catching the retracement, and then vice versa on that IB low there. Getting a breakdown below IB low and then finding strength back up into it. That's really I would say that's my main strategy right now. That I've traded for quite some time. Which the initial balance has pretty much had a rare day today. I mean, you don't really get a whole lot of double breaks on the initial balance levels. And for it to happen today, especially it being a Monday and just the time frame that we're in with holiday tomorrow and just different news events, like it's pretty rare to have a double break like this. So it's been an interesting day.
Yeah, it has. I don't know. And it's just been, I mean, it's been so slow outside of like the liquidation. And then right after you and I got off stream, it accelerated a little bit, back up into the opening range, into, the IB, as you were saying, and then we had another big push, and then it just died. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always kind of needed a faster tape to have a little fun. This stuff makes my brain hurt. I can't sit here and try to trade it. And it's just, yeah,
Right now, it's like watching paint dry.
exactly. I didn't even see, I know Arval kind of fell off a cliff, but it's not, I would imagine has not been great the last 2+ hours.
No, I mean, it feels like we're going to be in like 5 to 10 point ranges at this point. Not exciting. What's ES? What's ES or gold? Has gold moved yet? I know gold was kind of watching paint dry as well.
Yeah. Sorry. Gold came up to 41.20s, which
Yeah,
was an
good.
area I was watching, like the 41.25s in that general vicinity. Um, if we can get above this, though, we'll probably head up to 41.50s. But gold's been, at least recently, there's tends to be some sort of, there's been some sells towards the end of the day. So I'm curious to kind of watch if sellers pick up the pace here at all, if we can get back below the overnight high at 41.15s. But for the most part, yeah, it's been doing what equities did, which is just start drifting upwards all afternoon.
I would love to see some sort of like healthy pullback or correction on gold. I feel like if we could get some sort of just absolutely tank it, you know what I mean, for a little bit, and then load up a good swing position on gold, that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
I would love to see
that'd be
that.
awesome. But I kept waiting to see if it was going to drift a touch. I wanted it down towards like the 38 and change.
Yeah.
We just didn't get there.
Yeah, I was really hoping for 36s.
Yeah, well, that would have been nice.
Yeah, I was really hoping for 36s, but it just kind of bottomed out and ripped up again.
I mean, we're just levitating.
Nas is constantly just pushing new highs on the day.
Yep.
Just made a new high, 707s, 708s.
Yes, too. New high.
Hmm. A lot of strength after that morning session.
Yep. Nothing like getting stopped out on that low.
I mean, just like even just like kind of zooming out and looking at the PA. I mean, it just looks trappy. It's just trapping everybody.
100%.
Yeah. That move up to retrace to trap those longs up there in the beginning of the day this morning and catching that sharp move down was just brutal. And then seeing it reverse and completely retrace that whole move and then push new highs. That's just
Yeah, the reversal I think is more nasty.
yeah, that is it's
Kind of
brutal.
like as soon as the euro close hit, it just was kind of off to the races.
Anime says, anyone know any good jokes while we stare at it sideways? Uh I don't really know any good jokes. I know I can give you something that might blow your mind though. Chad, have y'all ever heard the Mandela effect? Nick, have you heard the Mandela effect?
I've I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so
Like if think of it like the Monopoly guy, right? A lot of people thinks he wears the monocle on the eye. Everybody remembers him having the monocle. He actually doesn't. It's like people remember something that actually wasn't ever there.
hmm.
Kind of what the Mandela effect is. Chad, I probably blew your mind. I know a lot of you are gonna go to Google at this point and look it up. But yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Fruit of the loom, yeah. Fruit of the loom is that's another Mandela effect. Yep. Boy, Nasdaq is just
I know it's just gone. I was even
yeah.
hoping like, hey, maybe we get a chance to get long around 600s, and that was, we never even got a push when we were sitting around like the 640s to head back to the 600s for me to try along. It's one of those days. Just let it go.
Yeah, this it feels like a I don't know, the moves have happened. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
To catch is what it feels like. I don't know that we would need some sort of volatility to pick up and give us that move back to at least maybe back to IB high and maybe catch the weakness there. I feel like that would be the only opportunity that I really look for. I don't want to long this up here. I feel like at this point it's chasing. Price is moving pretty slow. It's just kind of on that slow grind up
Yep.
that I don't want to get caught in.
Yeah, there's just not a lot to do right here.
But if we do get a move back to if we do get a move back to IB high and try to find some weakness there, I'm not opposed to trying to trade a failure off that as long as we find some sort of selling to come through, which is so far is non-existent. I guess ES is on the same move. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Same
There's
slow
just
grind up,
there's just
860s.
nobody stepping in front of this.
Even YM having a nice move up here too.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
It's just
Wow.
a wild reversal kind of day.
Everything ripping.
Yeah. Nvidia's up 5.5%. Google's up 4. Tesla's up 4.
Yep. Yeah, Nvidia definitely caught a ton of buyers to bring it back up there. Crazy. Don't step in front of it. I guess on the flip side too, I mean, if we did find some selling to come back down to IB high, I mean, on the other side of the coin, there could be longs there for more continuation off bouncing from IB high. If we
Yeah,
were
what
to get
is IB has what?
uh
660?
666.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're just going to maintain strength, that would be a good pullback to long, but just have to see. Chat, how you guys doing, man? Are y'all trading this? Are y'all in some trades?
Just another
Scalping
wonderful Monday.
feels the candles keep getting smaller and smaller. Yeah,
Yep.
they are. They definitely are. Scalp gold for about 500, but nothing great. 500 is pretty good. Sure, there's a lot of people that wish they made 500. Short,
Well,
trying to find a reversal, painful watching paint dry. Yeah, you gotta be careful shorting up here.
yep. That being said, there's nothing I would rather see than a violent liquidation from up here
Yeah.
into the end of the day. Not saying I'm seeing that manifest because I'm not, but that would make me happy. Just after this weird drift up, I mean, all I wanted was back to 600s. I just never got that chance today since in the afternoon. Ugh, I was trying to find another trade after getting stopped out on the lows, but it is what it is.
Somebody make a phone call and send the market into oblivion here. Send it straight down. Give us some volatility. Do we have any news the rest of the day? Let's see. Is there anything coming out?
I don't think so.
Or any speakers?
Nope.
No. Yeah, we have nothing. NASDAQ trying to push back to the highs here, make new highs. Trading 710.
What is ES doing?
What do we got to do to get some selling? What needs to happen?
I mean, at this point, I don't even know anymore. It seems like that anybody that was trying to sell this tape has left for the holiday. I got absolutely nothing. But yeah, you know what usually does help is hitting the like button on the stream. It's Joey's first time trading the close here on NT Live. So you could all show him a little love by hitting the thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it.
Legend has it hitting the like button will inject volatility into the markets.
Nick, you seeing the Dom on ES 100 lots on every tick, just slowly walking price up? Yeah, there's been some weird things going on today. I don't have a good read on why, what's happening, who's doing, like what it actually means. It's just the tape has been a little wonky with stuff like that today. But looks like ES is going to make another new high.
Yeah, NAS looking like it's going to try to do the same.
Yes, this tape is not normal, guys.
Gold consolidating in these 120s. If we don't get any volatility coming into the close, or if we don't go revisit IB high, it might be a one and done type of day.
Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of better trading days than this. If you miss really one of the two moves that were there, three moves technically. Oh.
Definitely not something I want to step in front of, though. VWAP is way down there.
I know.
Holy.
Yeah, I'm even looking at the 24-hour back down towards 560s on NQ.
ES pushing new highs. Where does it end?
Higher.
A lot higher.
Yeah, gold hasn't done much either. Just still sitting around that same spot, 120s. Nothing's moving, guys.
Yeah, everything seems just frozen with a slight move higher. Slow grind up, and then just I don't know, the candles are very tiny.
Gold at 41.40.
I
Thanks,
really hate the
Pax.
golds where it's at. I don't like gold being in the 4,000s. I really want that pullback on gold. I just don't know what's going to take for us to get it. I would love to load a position in the 3,000s to swing, but I don't know if I'll get it.
Kind of wish I just traded gold today versus whatever the heck equities have been doing. Nick, what headphones do you have? These are Shure monitoring headphones. Because I have a more complex stream setup with two computers.
Oh, you're on a dual PC setup?
I have a MacBook that I like. The chat is over there, and charting and stream stuff behind the scenes is on the PC.
Okay. Trader 007, what up, man? How you doing?
Tommy Brown, I mean, it might have something to do with like the weird half things are closed tomorrow, but I can't I can't really blame it. It also just feels like a normal Monday. We do things like this on Mondays, it seems. Is Stowe okay? Yes, Stowe is fine. He'll be back soon enough.
Very nice.
Trader 007, appreciate you.
If everyone could just press the sell button right now so we can do
Please.
something, I would very much appreciate it. My goodness.
I saw in the background here in our background chat, maybe a background color would change would help the selling. I mean, I could flip my colors to red. Maybe that would send some selling into the market.
There you go. Nick, what did you cook this weekend? We had some people in town, so I made sauce and meatballs the traditional Italian way. So that was fun. Everybody enjoyed them. My daughter actually ate some, so she was like housing them. And we haven't really gotten her to eat ground beef very well. So that was like a good sign that she was enjoying it. But we did that, sauce meatballs. It was good stuff.
Nice.
I usually do veal, ground beef, and pork in mine.
I'll be heading over.
Yeah, there's not many left over, I can tell you that much. Everyone kind of just cashed them. What's on the menu for Thanksgiving? Well, depends. I think I am probably hosting, it would seem. I don't know who's coming, depending on how many people. I'm probably going to do a brisket from the cow, actually. So if it's only like 4 people, then I probably won't do that. But if everybody's coming over, I'm probably doing a brisket.
There you go. Nick, curious your take on this in chat. Feel free to chime in on this as well because I want to hear y'all's thoughts. So I'm a big pizza guy. Okay. I don't really do pineapple on pizza. I know this is like a long debate that's had over and over, but I don't really do pineapple on pizza. However, I tried it for the first time and it wasn't bad. So I don't know if it actually belongs or not, Chad. I'm actually really stuck on this.
We've had this debate here before. Jim is ready to kick you off the show. Sav is ready to give you any and all opportunities to stay.
Okay.
Yep.
Listen.
That's the gist. We've had this debate in the afternoon many times.
Oh, okay. So this isn't the first time. All right.
Nope.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying it does belong on pizza. I'm just saying that I tried it for the first time and it wasn't horrible. But it was on like on a barbecue chicken pizza, which it had like barbecue sauce, chicken, pineapple, cheese. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but I don't know that it's like the go-to. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the go-to order. For me, I'm just a pepperoni guy. Like I'm pretty simple and basic. I love me some pepperoni. Throw some extra pepperoni, some cheese on it, and I'm good.
Yeah, we're still just levitating. My goodness.
Hawaiian pizza with bacon instead of ham and white sauce instead of red sauce. Sounds pretty good. Wow, Nasdaq just continuing to fly.
It's just still going.
Yeah, it's just flying high. No sellers are in the markets, chat.
Nope. Nobody
Absolutely,
here.
absolutely zero. Everybody's just clicking the buy button. $726 is going up to the 730s here. I mean, just looking back a little bit. I mean, we still have a lot of room to go higher.
I know. Just makes me laugh on days like this. Like because I can't long these situations.
I
just
either.
can't. I'm just like me getting long up here I could have done it like at a pullback to like 600. Yeah. It just never really gave me the opportunity. And I can't long when it moves like this, just slowly, whatever you want to call this algorithmic buy program that's been running basically since 12:30 Eastern. I can't be a part of it.
Yep. Here, let me change my background colors to red.
There we go.
There. See if we see if that helps give us a little bit of selling. Am I on X? Yes. Yep. I think my handle is Joey Trades 11, I think. That's what it is. There you go. It's in the comments.
Please go to 11.
All right. The background lights, chat. Look, the background lights are red. We should see some selling coming through. It's working. It is working. Yeah.
It is working,
It
apparently.
is working.
That did it.
Chat. Now we go all the way back down. There it is. What's my favorite energy drink? Celsius. Tropical flavor. I might have a problem. Joey's selling signals to Wall Street. Trying to let them know, man. Gotta let them know. The background lights will tell you everything you need to know, chat. Now I'd just like to see us come back down to the 666 level. Once we come down at 666, chat, I'll flip the lights back to green and we can just, it'll just go right back up. You're short whenever my light is red. Huge spike in volume when you change the lights, respectively. Ask for you to change them back. Let's get a pullback first, and then we'll change it back. Coming down in the 700s.
If this roll like actually rolls now, I'm gonna like scratch my head and be so angry at this market. Gold is it pushed off a little bit off that 120 spot again.
Yeah, it did. Nice little rollover there. For gold, see maybe get a break below 113s. Could send it down a little bit.
I know nothing. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. It's like flipping your Crocs into sport mode. Or as we call it in my house, you put the Crocs in four-wheel drive.
Did that long pay off? Yeah, the long from earlier this morning, it did pay off. We did make some money on it. The original entry was 480. We got out at 518. Should have held a runner. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting the market to rip as much as it did. This is an insane rip off that London low, pretty nasty reversal. So just really wasn't anticipating this kind of strength the rest of the afternoon. Um, but here we are. So it's one of those scenarios where I'm happy taking what the market gave me. You know, like there are times where I leave runners and I'll try to capture more of the move. I feel like I got out in a great spot because the market did end up pulling back. Let's see. Well, I got out right at 518. We went all the way up to 576 and then pulled back. So I don't know. I feel like I got out at a spot that I felt good with. Sure, it would have been nice to catch more of that move because again, this is a giant move. But even if I had a trailer running, I probably would have got tagged out on this pullback from 75s down to 507. So either way, with the runner, I probably would have got tapped out, just given how deep we pulled back there. But either way, was still a pretty good move to catch. Again, a double break on the IB really wasn't on my bingo card today.
Same. Like this is a weird session. I've said that several times today. This is a weird, like without any like true news, like nothing that was driving any of this, I guess outside of the hopeful idea that we're actually going to reopen the government. But
Yeah.
apparently, according to Tracy, that's probably still the week away, and we'll see if any are holdouts or someone tries to throw something else in one of these bills that just causes us to continue to be delayed. So it's like
Yeah.
we hope for the best, I guess, but I I don't know what caused the reversal the way it did outside of just options being options.
People excited about possible stimmy checks.
I do love that that was then kind of corrected of like it could come in many forms,
Yeah.
like a $2,000 like tax credit,
Yeah.
something. But we are getting a little legs now. At least in ES. ES looks a little more. Well, I don't even know anymore. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Like 20% pullback feels like a like sellers getting some momentum behind them, which is pretty sad.
Yeah. ES looking pretty good for a move. NASDAQ still kind of weird. I feel like ES showing a little bit more than NAS is. Why is it called double break? If you could explain on a chart, that would be nice. And yeah, if you want to go to my charts, I can explain the double break.
You can put the full screen of Joey's.
Once we go full screen here, I can explain it a little better. There we go. So the double breaks it's just referencing the initial balance levels. Again, the high and low that first hour. And so getting a break below IB low and then also a break above IB high, that would be considered a double break. Those are generally pretty rare. They're less common, I would say. I'm not going to say rare, but they are less common. Generally, you'll have like single breaks or even no breaks where you just have a rangy day inside the initial balance and you never get a break of it. But for us today to get a break, so it just kind of to visualize it here, this blue line here you see is the IB low. So price came down and broke below IB low there, breaking that level. And then we have IB high up here. Once we reversed from here, shot back up to IB high, we broke above it, giving us a double break on the IB. So those are, again, less common than maybe a single break or a no break at all. So pretty interesting to see this, especially on a day like today. I know we've said this a couple times, but pretty interesting to see on a Monday. Tomorrow is a holiday. It's a weird day of PA to have a double break when we did. So interesting to see, but something just to watch for. This does indicate quite a bit of strength. I mean, this is a technical failure on the IB low, which is my strategy is trading those failures. Generally, I like to trade them up into 50% retracement of the IB, but seeing us come back into IB high and above, that's just a huge sign of strength, and we could just continue to see some buying unless we do at some point today find some sort of sellers which haven't been existent lately to bring us back down to the IB levels or IB high here and maybe back within the range, which is what I would be looking for. But that's what a double break is. Just again, breaking both sides of the initial balance. You got it.
Leo stat is in order to, yeah, we did have a high of the day in L period. So high probability we will make a new high in M period. Joy. Another reason not to short this. You're just fading
Yeah.
statistics.
The red lights worked for a little bit.
They gassed themselves out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow, yes, technically is the bank holiday, Veterans Day.
I'll probably see how we do in the morning for tomorrow if we get any type of volatility. I don't think I'll try the afternoon. I feel like the afternoon might be a little whack.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to trade tomorrow. Taking holiday photos in the evening and stuff, and yeah, could be a lighter day for me. Like today. Everyone here knows I hate sometimes when we're in like true price discovery mode, and I know we're not, but we're getting close to heading back up there. Of course we are. I had 2 days of fun, and then back to the regularly scheduled programming. No, there'll be a stream tomorrow. I just may not trade aggressively tomorrow is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a day to get too aggressive. If anything, I think it's if you do take any trades, it's really I think it's going to be one of those see profit, take profit kind of days.
Yeah, just waiting for my stimmy check to put towards my 50-year mortgage.
Oh my god.
I saw people doing the math with like the S&P's returns and
Yeah,
things of like the
I saw that
difference of
too.
that a month. And I'm like, yeah, but the person who needs a 50-year mortgage is not going to be reinvesting said difference
Exactly.
into
Exactly.
the S&P.
No. No. If people are doing 50-year mortgages, they're not going to be they more than likely can't afford to invest.
Right.
And so they're not going to.
Oh, what a world. But
It's
yeah,
like what
it
are you
did.
gonna what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy a house at like 30 years old and then have it
In
paid
my
off when you're
opinion,
80?
just rent. At that point,
Yeah.
you might as well rent because they're gonna front load all of that interest anyway. So you're not really
Yeah.
building equity.
No.
You're just gonna be putting your down payment or whatever it is, just paying it up front, and then that's your equity, basically. You might as well rent and then take that down payment and invest it.
Yeah.
But what do I know? Just surviving full-time trading for a couple years without a job.
That's pretty good if you ask me though.
What, surviving like I have?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a whirlwind, buddy. You're on that same journey, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah.
time.
So just a little different these days. We got into somehow big tangents of I don't think I'd ever want to go back to like a true 9 to 5, but
Oh yeah.
it was like, yeah, we were on the tangent last month or last week because Amazon had laid off like 20,000 people on Monday.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about
We've
it.
had a huge number of layoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it, to be honest.
Oh, when we have trading days like Thursday and Friday, there's no need for me to go back. It's when we have full sessions that are like this afternoon's session that I get that I'm just like, all right, I need something else to occupy my time. That's not staring at charts because this is mind numbing. But good thing I have you guys all in the chat to hang out with. Get to trade with fun people.
NASDAQ trying to come back down.
Yeah, I would be interested to see if yes, could push back towards like the 35s if we really were to get some spiciness into the close. But knowing that stat's still in play kind of sucks.
Maybe the red light therapy in the background is going to work after all.
Hey, it could. Oh, least estimator. God, I could not read your name correctly. My brain like was not able to apparently create whatever word that was. It depends. I think if I ever went back to like a 9 to 5, I would 100% say that forever going forward, that trading would be more stressful because I have created a lifelong skill and I know I can make a little cash on the side with minimal, downside risk to my own capital. Like I know how to do it to a point now where if I was back in like a 9 to 5 world, like I would operate in such a, I guess, mindset that I really didn't care what happened because I've been down this road. So I would say trading is more stressful.
Yeah, 100%.
Because when you are in a drawdown, there is no safety net. Your safety net becomes your savings, and hopefully you have a good amount of that if you're doing this full time. You're living off your savings at that point because you're not pulling money out of the markets. And I was you guys know I was in drawdown and had a great July, and then August and September were kind of up and down and garbage. And I broke my like 30-day green streak in spectacular fashion with like a 5-figure loss losing day. So that was always fun. So you have those ebbs and flows in this game. So I would not say that having a guaranteed paycheck would be more stressful than living in that headspace of being in drawdown with no other income.
Yeah. You also got to think too, like when you don't have something supplementing you outside of trading and you do go in those drawdown periods, it adds so much more pressure to your mentality, your trading, kind of makes you take bad decisions because you feel like you have to perform and you need to make money, and trading from a place of need never is a good idea because you're gonna blow for sure. So I mean, definitely encourage everybody, like if you're wanting to trade full time, to have something that's on the side. That way you're never in a sticky situation or feeling the need to perform.
Probably has been asked, but is tomorrow a full day? Yes. Tomorrow is a full trading day. I think the bonds might be closed. The bond market might be closed and the banks are closed. But for the most part, futures, everything will be open, ready to trade.
Six months of bills set on the side before you take the leap. I would say even more than that.
Yes.
To go full time in trading.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Or do it like I did when you have no other option and somehow survive. Because you're just looking for the new job and had no savings and it wasn't a plan. Nick, do you ever consider hitting all 6 levels of the Joe pivot with an extreme worth a shot? I don't know. I still probably I just don't like fading these type of things end of day. Like if we were to fall back, like at this point, NQ needs to be well inside 700s before I'd even think about it. ES is a little more constructive if you're trying to short it right now. I could weirdly see ES falling back to the IB high by the close, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
We got about what, 25 minutes. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we've had some end of day liquidations last week. So I don't know. We'll see. But yes, Tracy did confirm it is the banks and cash bond market are closed tomorrow.
NASDAQ having a tug of war here in the 700s.
Pit trades, yeah, that would be the dream. For most people, that's probably the right idea. That's how it kind of was for me for a long time, and having like liquid cash at that point that you're just generating to go on vacation, to
Yeah.
get things that you need, to reinvest in other things. It's just like having that extra cash flow is amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why props are great for people too, if you work a 9 to 5.
Yep.
I'm losing faith in sellers here.
Nick, I was kind of like you. I was working a full-time job, and I had no other choice but to go into trading full-time. I ended up getting the job I was working, they were cutting people, and unfortunately I was one of the people that got cut. And I'd already been trading for a little bit, but then at that moment it was like, okay, like I need to figure out a way to make this work, but also find ways to generate income outside of it as well.
Yeah, very similar to me.
Yeah.
What happened and laid off and hoping and figuring everything out from there.
Yep.
And it was never my intention. It just was like, it kind of just was how I was passing the time, how I was making a little money on the side as I was interviewing and doing other stuff. And eventually it just kind of clicked. But there were some dark times during that period.
It was also pretty scary too, because my wife was pregnant at the time.
Yeah, we have very similar stories then.
Wow. Buyers right back to the high of days. That's
Yep.
crazy. And we are back to ripping.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed the quick little 20-point sell that we got. New high of the day. Or at least an
Oh
NQ.
boy. What are these markets, chat? The grind up doesn't stop.
Sam, I think it's Sam. Yes, yes. This is a great way for me to have a job. It's you're around great people, you get to trade, get to talk to you guys, passes the time. If I didn't have streaming, I mean, I probably would still look for something else to create income slash pass my days, because otherwise it just is weird. Like I have good days when I'm only on the charts for 30 minutes and I hit something and I call it a session. So the thought of sitting in a dark room and continuing to stare at charts and not having something else to occupy my time, if it wasn't for streaming and stuff like this, then yeah, I'd have to find something else.
Yeah.
Nick, is the M period stat for ES or NQ? Both actually hit it during L period. So NQ just satisfied it, to be honest, because I did hit an M period high of the day here. So NQ has checked the box. ES lagging a little bit, but is a couple points away from also making the stat work.
William, I use as far as time frames, I use a few. I mean, I like looking at the 15-minute and the 5-minute. I would say generally my executions come from the 1 minute. But I use, that the 15, even the 30 for higher time frames and levels and things of that sort. Um, but I would say a lot of my executions come from the 1 minute. Gold is still consolidating in these 118s, 120s.
Mm-hmm.
Gold isn't going anywhere. I'm still keeping the red lights on just so try to bring some selling into the market. So far, it hasn't worked. It worked for a split. It worked for a little bit, but I'm going to leave the red lights on to try to see if we can get some sellers back in the market here. Really haven't moved at all. I mean, since, you know, what is it? 1 o'clock, we moved like 40 points.
Yeah. This is where it's just you bang your head against the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
And you realize there'll be better trade days ahead. There's no need to sit here and
Oh, yeah.
if you're not already long to try to find something because the pullbacks are that shallow. Like there's nothing to unless you're just blindly buying the highs, which I know works for some people. I just can't do it. I need a little bit more. Like a tag of VWAP would have been nice. Like anything.
Yeah, we got, even though tomorrow is a holiday, we got tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like it's only Monday. There will be opportunities later. I imagine, especially as the whole government shutdown news develops and get more out of that, there might be some more volatility come from it. Nasdaq still trying to push new highs here. And about to make a new high.
Just never stops.
I mean, I really don't know what else it would be driving this push up other than just news of the shutdown. I mean,
Yeah, probably.
sweeping that London low, taking out a nice level there and just reversing out of it. I guess it would just all be around the shutdown.
Yeah, the wick on that 4 hour is like nasty on NQ for anyone that was trying to sell this.
Golly, yeah, that is 4 hour wick is dirty.
Yes, it is. That is just like oof.
Yeah,
Anyone that was trying to sell this is in a world of hurt.
golly, that is brutal.
Like you factor in from, I mean, this has basically been 1,000 points straight up
Yeah,
from Friday into today. Like if you count whatever the little, not apparently now it's just the nonsense little sell off that we had from 650s to 450s. Outside of that, 1,000 points straight up.
sheesh. More buyers and sellers can always drive it up more. Generally, yep.
Dave Seaman, I mean, you trade how you want to trade. I don't like entering trades this close to market on close. Just great way to take a 10, 15 point stop out for no reason.
And those are the most annoying.
Yeah. It's just like anything else. Like whatever institutions, option zero DT players, people like, do I really want to stand in whatever the hell they're trying to do in the last 15 minutes? No. So I will come back tomorrow and that's fine. Unless something dramatically changes here in the next 5 minutes that really makes me feel like I need to take a trade.
Which my confidence is not very high on that. Definitely going to be a one and done for me today. So far, just gonna, I mean, just looks like it's gonna keep grinding into the close. Getting up to the 740s.
It just keeps going.
Can Joey walk us through his trade earlier? Yeah, I talked about it a little bit. I can give you kind of just like a brief one. Um, Really, so it was just seeing the Nasdaq break London and then finding strength out of it was something that I was looking for. I mean, the Nasdaq was looking like we were trying to base out down there at that London level, and us breaking below it and then finding strength back above gave me a little bit more confluence to take the long. I did add into my position though. Like we took initial entry of just three cons there, and a little bit lighter position just because I am going against the trend that we saw. But once I got a little more confirmation that we were going to push higher and find strength, that's when I added two more at 91. And in general, during the trade, I was really looking for us to break back within the initial balance range. That was the original idea of for buyers to send us back to. And so basically, once we broke back above VWAP at that time, that was when I decided to take the trade off. Now, could I have held a runner? Sure. That was a lot of strength. I did actually anticipate maybe a little bit higher movement after I exited, but not this. Like I didn't really anticipate a rip the rest of the day. But I felt pretty good about the profit target that I hit. And so just in general, the strength back above London low into the initial balance range is what the trade idea was around. You got it. Sold early. I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't really look at it that way though. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that can be a little toxic on your mentality of like, oh man, I should have held the position because we are absolutely just ripping, right? And really, just I'm happy taking what the market gives me, right? If I sell early, I sell early. It's fine. You know, I'm taking what I felt comfortable with. You know, at that time we were breaking above VWAP, and I felt like that was just a good profit target for me to take. I mean, from what was it, 480 to 518, so a 38-point move,
Attention
right?
traders, it's algo
So felt
time.
pretty good about it.
Thanks, Kane. Send it to zero for us.
What was that?
I said, thanks, Kane. Send it to zero for
Oh,
us. The
yeah.
Kane does our attention traders. It's algo time thing.
Love that.
So let's see. MOC.
Please send it to zero. Go ahead.
A little bit of weakness.
The red lights are staying on in the background to try to help the sellers here.
Oh man,
Be nasty if we came back with an initial balance for the close.
I would laugh hysterically.
Absolutely nasty. So far, just still hovering up here in these 30s, 40s, 38s, 35s. Brad, don't we all go back to the NQ?
Yeah, eventually we all end up back there.
It's like you can try to leave it for a period of time, but you always end up coming back.
Yeah, Brad, today is a day where I wish I traded ES or gold. Just NQ frustrating me.
When we got about 7.5 minutes, I really don't see. I mean, other than MOC is coming out, I really don't see the market going anywhere.
No, it's just been vertical at a 45-degree angle, it feels like, since 10:30.
Yeah. The NQ doesn't fall, it only rises today. And did both. End of day or all afternoon, it did nothing but go up.
Why don't you trade ES while NQ is taking out your position? I mean, that would have been smart today. Would have been me to trade the same trade thesis, but it'd do it in ES versus NQ, and I wouldn't have gotten wicked out. Probably, hopefully, still holding a runner at this point. Not really. I probably would have closed it.
You ever watch gold during the Asia session?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's usually wild.
it is. Yeah, sometimes get some good moves.
I try to stay away from trading Globex these days. Just matured as a trader, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
No need. Enjoy my evenings, not look at my phone.
Yep, right there with you.
Otherwise, it's just like if I put a position on, I'm watching the position the whole time, even with stops. It's just like, what am I doing? It's just
Why am I here?
yeah, like why am I checking if my stop is in? I don't have necessarily have maybe I don't have a take profit or something if I'm trading Globex because I'm trying to watch it and manage it. But man, it just suddenly becomes like this is what I need to do is just stare at this chart, which is barely moving because
Yeah.
it's Globex.
Dave, appreciate you. Or Dab C. Dave, Dab C. Gold goes crazy on Asia. Been my favorite time to trade gold. Yeah, it does move quite a bit during the Asia session. You can catch some good moves. I mean, I'm like Nick. There's times where I'll take a peek at it, but I like to enjoy my time away from the charts, just kind of getting to that point in trading to where I know my one session that I trade well in. I try to trade in the time frames that I know I perform the best. So same boat. New York open It's usually the time that I usually perform the best at, and so um, try to stick with it there. Thanks, Theo. ASM, have no idea how to pronounce your name, but ASM, thank you.
Now we're going.
Send it to 0.
Nothing would make me happier than this to retrace a lot of this.
Just send it all the way, baby.
It
That's all we
just
want.
makes me feel good though. Like, see, this is why I didn't long it, which is terrible because I sat here hate watched it instead.
Just yelling at it in your head.
Yep.
Yeah. Here we go. Back to the initial balance range. Go ahead and do it. In the last few minutes of the open, the session here, just send it back to IB. That way we can feel a little bit good about ourselves before the market closes.
Yeah. Probably not going to do it. It's too much to ask. Do today's gaps get filled tomorrow? Boy, I hope so. Give us something to trade. Maybe not tomorrow, but
yeah, with the holiday, it'll be a little tricky.
We'll see. I hope they make a run at filling them because that would be a fun trading session.
Never say never. NASDAQ down to the 720s again. I don't know if we get below 700s. Maybe we go CIB. I don't know. Time's running out, so kind of doubt it at this point. Watch, all the volatility is going to happen after the market closes.
Yeah, it's just going to liquidate. One of these days. Trump will be bringing down tariffs for India at some point. Thanks, Tracy.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Great job again, you guys. You're 2 for 2 today. You guys are on fire. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
We do need to check something though. Joe, you're the new guy, so we're gonna have to look at the likes. Did we get enough likes to actually let you guys leave or not? So I'm gonna go over to that page right now and we'll check it out.
What's the like goal? We can get it there.
Look, Nick knows what's about to happen.
Yep, you're going to be on stream forever. Congratulations.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Oh my goodness. All right, where are we at here? They're 190. Am I reading? No, I must be on the wrong stream. It's not only 190, right?
No, I think we're at like 415. No, wait. No, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing too. I don't know. I can't see it.
I know I'm looking at the right thing. I'm just giving you guys a chance we got to get this up. Come on, you guys.
We're at 209. That's what I see.
209. I guess that's not bad. I guess that's about 50% of the folks watching right now. So, but do give it up for these guys. They were awesome. Laying it on the line nonstop. Great streams today, fellas. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Awesome. You guys were great as well. Everybody listening to us. Fantastic NinjaTrader community here. So there's the bell.
Well, didn't get the sellers that we wanted.
No. Holding around 700.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully tomorrow's a better tape.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see. Holiday could be a little tricky, but we'll see what it brings. Chat, thank you guys, man. It's been fun.
Well, we have some earnings coming up later today, right? We might move the needle a little bit.
I don't know who's reporting today.
Yeah. Crowdware or something like that. Another AI cloud. Like we need more AI cloud news, right?
We do.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, that's coming down the pike. I think President Trump's still talking. I could hear him in the background. I have my dad's got Fox News blared in the background right now. Anyway, great job again today, guys. Tomorrow we are also have a fantastic lineup. Let me cue that up for you right now. Maybe I can, maybe I can. I do have the stream lineup today for tomorrow. Samir Mandani is our special guest. He's the tanker tracker guy. So that's going to be awesome, tracking tankers throughout different bodies of water throughout the globe. He's our special guest tomorrow. T-Trades is on Tape Talk tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8:45 start. Don't miss him. And by the way, me, Shai, and Craig and Deli are starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Trading the open is Chris trading boxes and Merritt Black. And then trading the close, we have Leo the Big Cat and Trader Kane wrapping things up. So another great lineup tomorrow. Don't miss us here on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday tomorrow? Today's Monday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yep, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, and other important note, everybody, is the Indiana Hoosiers are still 10-0, just in case you were wondering. In any event, thanks for coming, fellas. Everybody, thank you for being here. I do want to remind everybody the most important message of the day: please be safe out there, be good to each other. See you soon.
Thanks, chat.
See you guys.